This is a good example of of one of the special products we talked about. So you either do it by brute force or you remember the trick. So when I look at this problem, if I do it by brute force, that would be the Schwoops or the distributive property, where I'm going to take the first term, which is 5r, and multiply it by 5r. So 5r times 5r becomes 25r squared.
That's supposed to be -6.
Yes. And then 5r times a negative 6, there's an r there, is going to become negative 30r. And let's see. Then I can take the second part of the first factor and do that same distributive. And so this becomes 6 times 5r, which is plus 30r. And then the second one, so 6 times negative 6, or negative 36. Now we've been doing these distributive property problems for about a week and a half now. That right there should be what you're used to doing. That's the pattern we've practiced. Distributing, taking each part of each factor and multiplying it by everybody in the other factor. Then we look for any terms we can combine. So in this case, I can combine these guys. That becomes nothing and leaves me 25 r squared minus 36. And I'm done. Now, if you spot the shortcut, we talked about these special products. They're going to come back again heavily in Chapter 8. I can just look at this guy up here, the first part of it. Since this is a 5r and that's a 5r, that's plus 6 and minus 6. They're the same guys. The difference is the plus and the minus. I can go right straight to the chase and say, hey, there I am. I can just say, well, this is going to be 5r quantity squared minus 6 squared. Because that's the shortcut. Whenever you take two binomials where the only difference is that we've changed the sign from a minus to a plus or a plus to a minus, I can cut right to the chase. Hello. A spot right there for you. In our ever-evolving front row. That's it. What questions can I answer about that? And again, I don't care if you memorize the rule or not. You can use the brute force method for now. I'm just again reminding you, next chapter, you're going to have to be able to recognize that this here is going to lead back to those factors. So continue to kind of keep that in your head, that we're going to have to compare that back up again. Yeah, I can do more of these as part of the review. And we're going to see more of these on today's review as well.